So here we are in the Globe, the home of the bunkhouse.
It's been a stage for some hopefuls, semi-professionals and even some seasoned artists.
In the late 1960s, bands, trios, duos and solo acts travelled from far and wide to perform here at the bunkhouse. And for 2 decades, country music had the most airplay on both British and Irish radio stations.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce the founder and in fact the very first member of the bunkhouse, Mr. Terry Doc Bowes. To start with, Terry, let's speak about the bunkhouse itself. How did it all start?
Well, I've been a singer for many a year. I used to sing ballads, the old cowboy songs from my childhood, and I eventually got into like country music as such by listening to the AFN recordings from Germany, American Forces Network they were, and they put on local talent from within the forces, relayed shows from America and some from the Opry, Louisiana Air Ride, such as them. And I got into that and listened to the people that were coming forward in the music world, if you like, or country music world.
So what made you decide to form the bunkhouse?
I know there's a thriving country scene down in Kent and in the Devon area. And there was nothing between much at all. In fact, there wasn't nothing. And I got in touch with people down there and decided that there was an opening for what I thought was, you know, a venture, country music. So I thought I'd start it up. I printed the leaflets and wrote a little booklet on introducing country stars and that.
Back in those early days, there was a group of rather young lads got together and formed a group called the Cleveland Country Cousins.
Young lads, yes,
what's your memories of the Cleveland Country Cousins, Terry?
Well, happy days. We used to pack this place out, and I mean packed out. Yeah, and you had to turn people away. Yes, created a lot of interest, I think. We got our followers. Pleased a lot of people, you know.
Over the years, Terry, you've met and corresponded with many of the biggest names in country music, including Bill Monroe, Mac Wiseman and the great Slim Whitman. Who's been the biggest influence and inspired you the most?
Best favourite, I've got to say, Rank Snow, the singing ranger, he was called him years ago, like. And Willie Nelson, met him, I've met quite a number of times. Bill Anderson, well-known top names, and then in more recent years, Boxcar Willie, sorry no longer with us, died a couple of years back. Wanda Jackson, beautiful singer, was actually a rock and roll singer when she was beautiful. Kitty Wells, all the top names of then, and they're still on the go, some of them now, like.
I see that you've actually come along in one of your famous shirts that you used to wear on stage, but this one's rather special, isn't it? Can you tell me why?
Well, if you notice on the back of it is a lot of signatures, and they are genuine signatures of quite a number of top artists, world top artists, as long as UK artists. I've had them all over stitched because if I didn't, with being washed regularly, they would have faded. Among them there's Kitty Wells, Boxcar Willie, Bill Anderson, Hank Snow. I'm not sure whether Willie Nelson's on there, I'm not totally sure, but yes, they're all genuine artists. Slim Whitman, of course. I was fortunate enough to interview Slim 3 times, and he kindly sent me a good photograph of himself when he got back to stay.
So when did you start collecting these signatures then, Terry?
Well, the first would be when we took a coach from here to Liverpool to see Hank Snow and Willie Nelson. He was only just really starting out then, Willie Nelson. And I managed to go backstage, see them, I had contacts like, and I went to see them and got them to sign one thing and another, and carried on from there. When we went to a show, a venue, asked them for the signatures. Well, they always had the shirt on for them to sign it.
Terry, it's been a pleasure and an honour to sit here talking to you about the bunkhouse in its early days and its progression through to present day. So once again, Terry, thank you very much indeed. I don't hurt